Good Wednesday morning, everybody, or afternoon. I'm sorry. Good Wednesday afternoon. This is Stephen Ray, and I wanted to do a quick little video and show you guys that we currently have a slight risk of severe weather, and this does include the areas in and around the Shreveport, Louisiana area. This also includes the areas in and around Vicksburg, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana, Natchez, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, like I said, also down here towards the Beaumont, Texas area, and Lake Charles, Louisiana as well. And then up here into southern Arkansas, that does include the El Dorado, Arkansas area and the Crossett, Arkansas area. And this is going to be south of the Arkadelphia and Pine Bluff, Arkansas area as well. For the potential of damaging straight line winds, a couple of tornadoes possible, and large hail between this afternoon, this evening, and overnight tonight. Now, if you were over here in central Mississippi, as you can see, there's the Highway 82 corridor. This does include the Greenville, Mississippi area. However, the further east into Mississippi you go, the storms are going to lose their energy as they move east because the upper level support is going to be lifting off to the north. So places in and around Jackson, also down here towards the I-55 corridor, the Oxford area, and down here into the Pine Belt area has the potential for a few isolated tornadoes and a few isolated severe storms. However, your biggest risk is going to be in the delta of Mississippi over here, Arkansas, and then also into Louisiana this afternoon and this evening for a couple of tornadoes, large hail, and damaging straight line winds. This also includes the Bastrop, Louisiana area, the Ruston, Louisiana area, and the Waynesboro, Louisiana area as well. However, this does not include just north of the Baton Rouge area. So if you're watching me in and around the Baton Rouge area, you guys are in the isolated risk. However, like I said, if you were up here into the northern and western portions of Louisiana from Shreveport over to Monroe, Louisiana, down to Alexandria, Lake Charles, and then over to Beaumont, Texas, you guys are in the risk for severe storms later this afternoon and this evening. And let me also show you that the tornado potential there, of course, is the actual tornado potential that you currently have sitting basically from North Cleveland, Beaumont, Texas, all the way up into Lake Charles. And then, of course, over here towards the Natchitoches, Louisiana area as well. Also down there towards the Cashy National Forest, and then the smaller threat of tornadoes goes from Shreveport, Monroe over to just west of the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. So if you're watching right now in Mississippi, the biggest threat is going to be from the cities of Indianola down to Canton, Mississippi, and Jackson, and then points off to the south and to the west. So if you're watching in Hollandale, Vicksburg, or Natchez, Mississippi, you need to prepare this afternoon and this evening for the potential of a couple of severe storms and a couple of rotating storms as well with this storm system. So once again, this is going to be a very isolated and localized area. However, that is going to be the area of concern for you guys over there into the Mississippi area. Now, I would also like to show you one other quick thing before I go here, and always remember that you can and always will find my severe weather coverage if any county goes under a tornado warning this afternoon or this evening. And as you can see, here's the models, and we're actually going to start this afternoon. And as you can see, any of these cells that are down here in the Louisiana area over here north of Monroe, also any of these north of Lake Charles this afternoon, we're going to have to watch for the potential of them to start rotating. And then eventually this afternoon and this evening, it all congeals into a squall line. And by that time tonight, which is going to be about 6 to 7 o'clock, as you can see, all of the areas down here in Mississippi and Louisiana. These storms are going to be pretty severe for you guys. However, up this way into the Tuscaloosa area and North Mississippi, everything is going to be tame with a couple of strong thunderstorms possible, but the severe risk is rather low because, like I said, the support is going to be pulling off to the north once these storms actually do make it into the area of Columbus, Starkville, and then, of course, into West Alabama. Now, I cannot rule out the possibility of a couple of wind gusts upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour tonight. However, I don't think anything is going to be severe in East Mississippi or West Alabama. So that is the area of concern right now. It's going to be in the Pine. It's going to be in the Delta of Mississippi, back into southern Arkansas, and then northern Louisiana, and especially right as these storms start to develop. Like I said, any of these red shaded areas down here, any of these little splotches of storms could have to be watched for the potential of a couple of rotating thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening, and especially if you were over in East Texas or Western Louisiana, you need to go ahead and keep your eyes to the sky and have multiple ways of receiving warnings if in case any of these storms actually do start to develop this afternoon and this evening. And let me just real quick show you, hold on. I wanted to give me just a second. All of the models use Zulu time. And so I wanted to tell you exactly when 21Z is, 21 Zulu time. So that could tell you what time the storms are going to start to develop. And that's going to be 1 p.m. So the storms are supposed to start developing here within the next few hours, and any of these storms that do blossom up over here in southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and then these back here into Texas need to be watched for the potential of a couple of rotating thunderstorms, like I've been saying. So please have multiple ways of receiving warnings. And I do want to do one more thing for you guys before I let you guys go here on social media. I've got one thing I do want to put up there for you guys. And this, of course, is the perfect place to where you are supposed to go in the event that you do have a tornado and a rotating thunderstorm come over your area. Know where to go when sheltering from a tornado. This is really good information. No matter where you live in the entire United States, any city or town that sees tornadoes, this is a really good graphic to show you where to go. Top floor and top rooms of your house do not protect you. Exterior rooms or rooms with windows do not protect you. If no basement, move to an interior room with no windows on the lowest floor of your home and quickly move to a basement if you have one, and make sure that you bring your emergency kit. And remember, no place outside is safe from a tornado. So, those are some really good tips to keep with you in case you do go underneath a tornado warning in the yellow shaded area this afternoon and this evening. And of course, like I said, I will be here watching things here in the weather center. And as you can see, we've actually got a couple of showers and storms that are developing down here in eastern Texas and western Louisiana. And those are going to have to be watched for later on this afternoon and this evening as they get their act together. They are showers right now. However, they will be growing in size and strength later on this afternoon and this evening. And we're going to have to keep an eye on if any of these start to rotate later this evening and overnight tonight. So, good news is I'm not seeing any signs of rotation yet, but that could be changing at any time. And of course, there comes your front that is coming through the heart of the Dallas metro area right now. And that is going to be the focus right now for the severe weather later this afternoon and this evening as well. And also, if you are in the Houston area, you guys are underneath the risk as well. So I will be watching things here. And if any county in Louisiana or Mississippi goes under a tornado warning, or you guys up in Arkansas, I will be right here to provide severe weather coverage for you guys right now. I will intend to do another update for you guys around 3 o'clock. Before then, if a tornado watch is issued for any part of Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, or East Texas, I'll be here watching things, and I will see you guys a little bit later on down the road. Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and I wanted to do a quick little video for you guys over here in the great state of Alabama and let you know that back off to the west this afternoon and this evening across Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, there is the risk for a couple of severe storms. Now, the reason that I wanted to do this video is because during the overnight hours, there is going to be a line of rain and thunderstorms that will come together over Mississippi and push across the Alabama state of Alabama. Now, over here in far west Alabama, basically from the cities of Florence all the way down to Tuscaloosa and down to Mobile, I cannot rule out a thunderstorm becoming strong with the line producing winds upwards of 40 to 50. Now, the risk of severe weather is low. However, rainfall amounts are going to be in the 1 to 2 inch range overnight tonight. And like I said, I cannot rule out a strong thunderstorm through the overnight hours with winds upwards of 40 to 50 and a lot of lightning. So I know that a lot of people get nervous when we have thunderstorms coming through at night. Like I said, the severe weather threat is low, and the Storm Prediction Center does have us underneath a general thunderstorm risk. But I did want to let you know that there are a couple of areas that could see a strong thunderstorm overnight. And I'm going to take you over here to the models and show you exactly what I am talking about. And so tonight, around 6 o'clock this evening, the line of thunderstorms will be knocking on the door of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Now, this is going to be at 2 o'clock today, and the storms are going to start off as supercells over in Louisiana and Mississippi, also in Arkansas. And then as we get into the afternoon and evening, they are going to congeal into a line of thunderstorms. And as you can see right here, there are a couple of red areas within this line. So anywhere that there is a red area in Mississippi pushing over into the state of Alabama, that is going to be a strong thunderstorm. And as you can see right here, around the 7, 8, 9 o'clock time frame, we are going to have a strong thunderstorm possibility, basically stretching from Buell and Coker in Tuscaloosa all the way back down to Meridian, Mississippi. And so those areas in West Alabama very well could see a couple of strong thunderstorms. And as you can see, I'm making it bigger for you right there. Anywhere that you have that red shaded area, a couple up here on the Coleman and Walker County line up here as well. So these thunderstorms are going to be below severe limits, but they could be rather strong. And then as they move over here towards the I-65 corridor, down here towards the Shelby and Talladega areas, they're still going to be packing a punch, but lower than severe limits. So I just wanted to let you know that we are going to have a couple of rumbles of thunder overnight and possibly a couple of wind gusts of 40 to 50 over in the western portions of Alabama overnight tonight. So this afternoon, you're going to want to bring in any loose objects or patio furniture that you do not want to have blown over. And this afternoon and this evening, outside of thunderstorms, we are already experiencing a southerly breeze that is ushering in the next round of rain, which will be tonight. So winds could gust as high as 25 this afternoon across the western portions of Alabama. And I wanted to also show you this. There, of course, is going to be your rainfall totals with this event. And this one model, as of 12Z, which was an earlier model, is pointing out half an inch to around an inch from basically Tuscaloosa and points off to the south. So this is a rainfall total. This is not a snowfall total. So rainfall totals of up on the order of a half an inch all the way up to isolated spots over 2 inches down here in a portion of Clark County and down there in the Black Belt of southwest Alabama. And so, as you can see right there, close to Thomasville, 1.25 inches, also an inch over towards the Butler area, and then up here south of the Red Bay area, close to 1.5 inches of rain overnight tonight. So, do not be surprised in the late evening and into the overnight hours, like I said, over here into the far western counties of Alabama, that you have the potential for a strong thunderstorm, like I said, with lightning, thunder, and then winds upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. I do believe that the Weather Service may issue a couple of special weather statements because of how these storms are going to be. But once again, the risk of overall severe weather is going to be rather low, but they could be strong nonetheless. So, there, of course, is your line of thunderstorms. Once again, moving into the West Alabama area this evening around 7 to 8 o'clock. And then, of course, they will be pushing through the Tuscaloosa area between 9 and 10 o'clock. And as you can see right there, they do try to strengthen just a little bit right there on the Tuscaloosa, Pickens, Greene, and Sumter County lines. And like I said, those storms right there that are in the red shaded area that I'm looking right down through here, those, like I said, could produce winds in 40 to 50 penny-sized hail, and then a copious amounts of lightning. So once again, this afternoon, make sure that you go outside and you bring in any lawn furniture that you do not want to be blown around, because strong thunderstorms can produce winds upwards of 40, 50, and 55 miles per hour. But now remember, a severe thunderstorm is just above that. So these are going to be strong, but not severe. And then as we move into the overnight hours, this is all gone. And then we need to focus on the system that is coming through into the day on Friday. So that is the current situation that we have across the great state of Alabama. And I just wanted to see one quick thing. So once again, there's going to be cold air that's going to be filtering in behind this storm system for Alabama. So that is the situation, and that's why we're going to see a couple of strong thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. However, no severe storms will be possible overnight. Like I said, the severe risk is rather low here across the great state of Alabama, and I can actually show you really quick. Just a second. That there is your severe weather risk. And as you can see, it is off to the west of Alabama, and the green shaded area all the way from Florence all the way down to Mobile, Troy, and Auburn is just a general thunderstorm. But with a general thunderstorm outlook, you can have a couple of strong thunderstorms, but not severe. So that is the reason that I wanted to jump and do a quick little video, is because we are going to have the potential for strong thunderstorms overnight. And so I wanted to kind of prepare you guys for a couple of areas of gusty winds in thunderstorms, and then outside of thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening, especially across the southwestern portions of the state of Alabama. So, guys, I hope that you have a great rest of your Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to be here watching things for our friends over in Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. And if I see if anything changes or if anything, one of those storms looks suspicious this evening across West Alabama, you know I will be here providing severe weather coverage for you guys as they move into Alabama. But like I said, the risk of severe weather this evening is low across the great state of Alabama. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday evening or Wednesday afternoon. And as always, God bless and enjoy the weather outside. It is going to be gorgeous. It is going to be warm and it is going to be breezy before we have the line of rain moving in tonight.